Part of what's behind this rise of food enthusiasm is that we've entered the era of food activism. People see food as the solution, and if not the only solution, then at least a very compelling solution. And it's part of the reason that you see parents and school nurses around the country pushing for this change in what kids are served in public schools throughout America. It's part of the reason that the climate negotiations that are going on in Scandinavia, farmers and agribusiness are at the table for the first time as part of the solution to building up soils and as a result pulling carbon out of the atmosphere as a way to mitigate climate change. This is activism that involves cooking with your kids, shopping at the farmer's market, having a much higher quality food experience as a form of rebellion against more anonymous, generic, homogeneous food experiences. This has changed the way that food writing is done. I'm the co-publisher of 3 edible magazines, Edible Manhattan, Edible Brooklyn, and Edible East End. And we're part of a national network of edible magazines that all share this same mission to celebrate our local food community. This is a network of magazines that was launched only about 6 years ago, and now includes magazines coast to coast, red states, blue states, little towns, big cities, including Manhattan, including LA. This sort of grassroots publishing model in some ways mirrors the trends we're seeing in the American food system, in the sense that it's more small scale, it's more decentralized. People are more interested in local news and local information, incredibly localized information, as opposed to more generic information. And the medium is the message in this sense that we're not doing glossy spreads of what you can eat on a vacation to Thailand. We're doing spreads of farmers and farmers markets, more concrete sorts of stories that allow you to get involved in your community, your neighborhood, in the world around you through your food.
Hi, I'm June Russell. I'm not the Farm Inspector General. Been with Green Market for about 6 years. And we are in all 5 boroughs. The red apples signify markets where we accept EBT. The EBT program, which is food stamps, we have terminals set up, is one of the most exciting developments that our organization. This is one of our markets at 175th Street on the west side. This is one of our most successful markets. These are some examples of produce that you find at markets. This is a Cox Orange Pippin, one of my favorite apples. It's an heirloom apple variety. This is red popcorn. We have a new farmer development program, which recruits mostly Latin American people who have agricultural experience and helps them get started. Sergio is kind of a superstar. He's being very successful. And this is Jersey Farm. And a good day, it's a tremendous privilege to be the person from the organization who can walk out onto somebody's farm and ask pretty much any question I want to, and to learn how things are made, how they come from. And at Green Market, you can do that at a most basic level. You buy directly from the farm, you're purchasing from a producer, that money goes directly to them. You know, this is the most fair trade economy you're ever going to participate in. So there's a tremendous amount of work to do to sort of recreate some of the systems that we had 100 years ago, but we don't have anymore. You know, to tie in with part of today's theme is that there is a tremendous amount of enthusiasm, and that's going to go a long way.
I started Chow in my apartment, my 1-bedroom apartment. The reason that I was interested in doing it was all the food media looked the same. I mean, I would show a picture from Gourmet or from Bon Appetit or from any of the media that was around at the time, and they all looked exactly the same. The reason that Chow exists is because I love food and the experience of food, and I was not getting that from the media that I saw around me. I thought, this is a great subject. My friends and I are very interested, and I thought this would be a really fun thing to do. If you go to Chow, it's all about having fun with it. And I don't mean, you know, creating some fun environment. I mean that food is fun. It's the popularization of this kinds of things that Brian and June were talking about, which is that people want to get back to a closer relationship with their food. These are from other media, and it's interesting because it's all food, it'll all look delicious, but there's a story that the images are going to be telling. There's different ways to approach food. There's a very you know, the high-end food as art. You've probably heard of people talking about food porn. How you look at food is a lot of how you look at life and how you look at your position in life. I think the trend has been toward more involvement. And my role in this is to make it not painful, is to make it actually enjoyable and make it a real, not a conscious choice, but the kind of the choice that you would make if you could do anything you wanted to.